Hey again, everybody. So, it is 2024. Happy New Year. Uh, it's a new year. It's something new, something fresh. Uh, and, I say that kind of lightly because, I don't know, New Year's has always been a little bit of a strange time for me. I always get a little bit of a weird feeling around New Year's. Um, and I guess it's just the mix of the reflection of the previous year and the anticipation of the next one. And it's this really weird kind of in between limbo, like where things have just ended and nothing has really started yet. And so last night, I was thinking about what what I'm gonna do, what's next, and I wrote uh, the night of New Year's Eve. Um, I wrote my last entry of 2023 in my journal, and I just kind of went over everything that happened in 2023. And so I'm getting that retrospective in before I go into whatever I'm going to be doing next. And I was just thinking through all of 2023, everything I've done, everything that's happened to me. And it was a big year. It was a pretty big year. It's a big year for a lot of people, and a big year for, I think, especially me, especially being able to look back and kind of see it. Lots of ups and downs, and to kind of briefly share the kind of timeline. First 2 months I was at, first 2 or 3 months I was at a different college. I wasn't having very much fun at, didn't make very many friends there. Start of 2023 was pretty dark for me. It was very lonely. And I was very eager to get something else going. And so not graduated, but I got out of that college. Come home for the summer, and I took a trip to Japan. It was supposed to be my senior year of high school, like senior trip, but of course due to COVID it was delayed. So that finally happened, and it was so much fun. It was probably the highlight of 2023 for me, and I think that's kind of what started kind of my self-improvement mindset was after that trip, because I was deeply motivated by the culture and the people there, and I got back and was kind of like, all right, like I want to be better. Just I want to be kinder. I want to be a better me. And I didn't kind of immediately start doing that though. I think that's where the seeds were kind of planted, where I kind of wanted to change some things about myself. But not much was done for that over the summer. Summer was pretty boring. Didn't have a whole lot going on. It was really just me waiting until I would get to move to this new college and kind of start fresh and have a fresh, social circle and fresh opportunities and things like that. And so that time came. I go to orientation. That's where I met my ex-girlfriend, and there was that whole thing. And school wasn't bad. I definitely know what I want to study more now. It's a lot clearer now. I have much more of a game plan going into this next semester. I'm gonna be taking some pretty exciting classes. But this past semester was like, I think, some of the most learning I've ever had. Especially socially, due to the breakup and all that stuff. And it wasn't that long of a relationship, but left a big impact on me. And that's really what sparked this whole channel, because I had an idea for this channel back at the beginning of 2023, kind of when I was in that darker period, and I was like, I need something to let these thoughts out at, other than just my journal or my parents or other people. And so so that's kind of what kickstarted it. And that relationship I learned a ton from. and my earlier videos kind of focus on that a bit more. But yeah, so then that happened, and after that, I've been a lot more consistent with Jim and with me. I've been more consistent with me, and this channel has helped me kind of keep that in check, because I can kind of go back and see, all right, like this is how I was thinking on this exact topic a week ago, and I can rewatch that and kind of see it and be like, okay, like I've already spoken these things, I've already said these things, gotta hold myself to it, I gotta hold myself accountable. And also, I think last time I checked, we're at like 400 subs, which is pretty crazy. I've I've done what every kid in my age range did, and I've tried to start a few YouTube channels of just gameplay or trying to edit stuff, and so it's just kind of funny that when I started this, I wasn't doing it to I just wasn't expecting people to resonate, but you guys are, and that's really like I don't know how to explain the feeling for that, because it feels like I have a friend group now of 400 people, which is people that think like me, which is crazy, and it's really eye-opening, because I think it has shown me that a lot of the silent struggles that we go through are pretty universal, and it's it was very like a lot of you guys, a lot of my earlier viewers, like, you guys really helped me. Like, I can't explain how much that helped me through the kind of darker period after I broke up with my ex, and you guys just even though I was the one behind the computer screen here, you guys just, even the fact that you could relate to it was like just so human, and was so, just made me feel not alone. And so I thank you guys so much, and I'm hoping that my videos can be something for you guys to connect with, and I hope that the way I present these things is in a way that you guys can relate to, while it also allows me, this is very much a therapy for me to be able to get all these thoughts out, and these things that I think about all the time, and so knowing that other people think similarly is very very comforting. And so I've had a few of you guys on some recent videos talking about your experiences with some of the topics that I've been speaking on, and I love that. It really feels like a warm community, and a lot of you guys think very introspectively and deeply, and you have experiences that you're sharing your thoughts on, and it's just really cool to see, because I know that there's people who will like scroll through those comments, or even me, I'll scroll through them, and when you guys will say something, and I'm like, man, like I needed to read that, like I needed to know that I was heard, or even if or even be corrected. Some of you guys will kind of talk about like different ways to think on things, and I'll read that, and it's true, and you guys are right, and And so it's really cool that we can all kind of share this, share in these struggles and share in these thoughts of our human experience. And so it's a very, very beautiful thing, and I am extremely honored that that my channel is it's able to be a place like that. So yeah, and couple of you guys have mentioned like doing a Discord server and things like that. I think that's a great idea. I wouldn't really have any way to moderate or anything like that, which I know wouldn't really be a huge problem with kind of a smaller community. But if any of you know anything about that, then feel free to put a comment down. But I'm also thinking about kind of if there's any topics that you guys want to specifically touch on or want me to research, and or if there's a book that you want me to read. I've thought about setting up a poll system or something like that, or hey, you can just put a comment. I read all of them. So yeah, if there's anything specifically that you want me to speak on, feel free to throw it out there. And yeah, so I looking forward to 2024. Some goals that I have. I'll have this new semester going and have some pretty fun classes lined up. So for me, it's just to keep doing what I've been doing, kind of towards the end of 2023, and keep the mindset that I've had. And of course, I'm going to keep on doing this. And you guys are you're not alone in this new year. We're all going into this together, and 2024 is like, I don't know, just that number doesn't even make sense in my head. It still feels like 2017 was 3 years ago. Kind of after 2020 and like the pandemic and all that stuff, it messes with your perception of time a little bit. But we're all going into this together. So write down some goals. Ponder and think about, who am I going to be this year? Who am I going to be next? And if it was just you and your goal, there was no distractions, there's no competition, nothing else, would you be able to do it? And that's kind of how I'm thinking about it with these things that I want to do, because it really is. It's just you and your goal. It's you and you, and there's nothing else. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter what anybody else tells you that you should be doing or what your resolution should be. It's what you want it to be, and it's you and that thing. And there's nothing else. There may be obstacles in the way, but those are all things that you're overcoming in your own mind. And the only judge is you. So, yeah. Trying to have that mindset going into 2024. So, let's keep it up. Let's keep on moving forward. So yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.